Batrider.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's a lot of heroes that both teams are very good with that you kind of have to get out of the picture.
Yeah. And I'm sure PokerFace have figured that out now, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see a first ban Batrider.
Yeah, they have to get him out of the picture. We'll see what these teams decide to pick and ban, but based on the first 2 games, there were a lot of different heroes on both ends. I think Invoker was still played, one for PokerFace and one for Phoenix.
That's right.
So we'll see if he gets picked the 3rd time, but looks like it's time to move into the draft, Moonglade. Here we go. This is the Korean DOTA2 League. This is the last match in this best of 3 and the last match of the evening. The winner gets $5,000.
$5,000 game right here. It's all down to the last.
Indeed.
Number 3. Whoever wins this makes the money.
They're in the green.
They're in the green.
Well, I guess
for another week.
There's more than green bills in Korea. You got some, I guess, reddish ones or orange and some blue ones as well.
I've seen blue and I've seen green. I haven't seen any of the bigger ones, man. I'm not making that big cast of money yet.
I'm with you there, buddy. All right, well, looking at the bans so far, PokerFace throwing away the Ember Spirit and the Lycan to the trash. Okay with that.
Phoenix getting rid of Naga.
Well, I think they don't want a repeat of Game 1.
No, they don't.
Completely understandable.
They understand. Oh, they get rid of Batrider.
Ooh, they're doing the dirty work for PokerFace, but that also means that they're denying the first pick potential Batrider to PokerFace.
Fair call, yeah.
But they go with the Dazzle, so really valuing that hero.
Yeah, I can't blame him. Yeah. Very, very handy hero to have. Yeah. Shelly Grave, such a clutch skill.
Yeah, they used it last game, and it was, I don't know, he was kind of out of position a lot, I feel.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the team itself is such a weird composition. It's not a very effective composition.
The impact, I feel, wasn't the same, but
yeah.
Oh, interesting. Phoenix, they are grabbing the Enchantress. I think this is half a denial pick from PokerFace. They don't want Cynical to get that hero again, because I think Cynical, he loves the Enchantress, and he loves the Chen. He loves these heroes that you can go in the jungle with and steal the creeps.
Right.
But he won't have access to either of those.
Well, he didn't do too well with their last game, so maybe it's good for him that he doesn't have it. To be harsh.
I suppose so.
We have a Shadow Demon coming up.
There's Ryzen. Ryzen had some sick plays on Jakiro last game.
Yeah, he was damn good.
And then when I saw that Aghanim Scepter, even though it didn't really do too much, it was still fun to watch.
Oh, it was cool to see, you know.
Yes. And that's the only reason why every game there should be Aghanim Scepter Jakiros.
Absolutely. I agree completely. You got Wraith King banned out, Mirana banned out, Luna banned out.
You know,
a lot of the cores from the last games we've seen.
A little surprised on the Wraith King ban.
Yeah.
I don't know if he warrants a ban in the current meta.
No.
I mean, he's a strong hero, don't get me wrong.
He's strong in the right lineup, but
yeah.
we haven't really seen either team go anywhere near him lately.
Oh, a Storm Spirit from Phoenix. Kyoa has a pretty sick Storm Spirit.
Yeah.
A pretty darn sick Storm Spirit. If you guys watched him at Star Ladder, he was pulling out some serious plays for the team. Well, that is definitely a QO hero.
And a Puck.
Oh, Phoenix, they got Silencer as well. Okay. This will probably be Unheen. And they've run this before. They get the Silencer with their lineup. He's played as a support. And they really just rely on Storm zipping in. Silencer uses his ultimate. And they just pick apart teams.
Right, right.
And also they have a lot more initiation with the Centaur. And then there's a little DPS from behind and just more utility with the Enchantress. So I'm really liking Phoenix's lineup so far, Moonglade. It's looking like it could be very scary in these team fights.
But PokerFace do have Puck, and we know how well Puck goes with PokerFace, you know.
Yeah.
They've had some great plays with him.
PokerFace and Puck go together like, think of an analogy.
Any analogy that means good.
Like spaghetti and meatballs.
Yeah, that's delicious and true.
The best type of truth.
The best type of truth, man. And I agree with it completely. That's how good Puck is on PokerFace.
The thing is, though, all three of these heroes in PokerFace will get shut down hard by this Silence Ultimate, and they can get picked apart very fast. They don't have too much health, and the survivability, their ability to get away is all reliant on those spells, and none of them are BKB carriers as well.
Yeah. Wow. So Silencer, very good pick.
We'll see how PokerFace decides to round up their lineup, but I guarantee you the Silencer pick threw a big wrench in what they were expecting as far as their game plan goes.
What would you think a good anti-Silencer pick would be?
I guess like a life stealer. Heroes that they're tanky and
kind of like natural magic immunes.
Yeah. Heroes just that are okay with right-clicking, basically.
Right.
Unfortunately, the Wraith King was not the best hero to ban for PokerFace now.
That is true.
Even like a Centaur would have been nice. That's been picked up by Phoenix. And another thing I really like about Phoenix's lineup is that they have the Centaur to kind of be their meat shield at the front lines because the rest of their team is relatively squishy. Okay, yeah, perfect. This is what I'm talking about. The Doom. You want a hero that deals well with silence? Well, here you go.
Yeah. I mean, even if you could Doom the Silencer before it begins, it's like perfect.
Indeed. I mean, Doom basically just counters everybody. That's his role.
I love Doom, man. Reminds me of Diablo. That's exactly what that's why I love him. But no, he's a badass.
He's pretty badass, Moonblade. I wonder, though, will the Doom be used on the Storm Spirit or the Silencer? That's the question.
Yeah,
they're both viable targets.
Yeah. Maybe it'll just be situational, which one he can get to first.
All right, well, we have the Lich banned out from MVP, and it'll be down to the last ban for PokerFace. We'll see what their intentions are very soon.
Would they have really gone Lich with this lineup?
Oh, sorry, what was that?
Would they have really gone Lich as a 5th in this lineup? I mean, with already like Dazzle and Shadow Demon, I feel like Lich would kind of be out of place anyway.
That is actually a really weird ban.
Yeah, it doesn't really make much sense.
It
should be kind of like a carry, if anything.
I'm not even a fan of this Lifestealer ban either. Well, actually, yeah, they still need a position one. I take that back.
Interesting.
Well, I still have the Luna available. They have Mirana if they want to go that route, but I would expect them to pick up kind of a hero to complement Mirana if they go that path.
Yeah, right.
I don't think they'll go for a Tiny or anything like that. Not a huge amount of synergy.
No Wisp to help out.
Just someone that has a lot of front-loaded damage is, I think, a good hero for Phoenix to pick up.
I kind of feel like Luna would be a good choice. Oh, wait, Luna got banned. And Mirana got banned. Oh, it clinks. Okay, never mind.
Oh, okay, this is good. I like it.
I like that.
Because they don't necessarily need their carry to be too tanky. They have the Silence, and they have the Centaur on the front lines that will be doing most of the initiating. And if everyone is silenced, he can blow you up with his burning arrows.
Yeah, absolutely. And he got a buff in the recent patch, too.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm definitely enjoying MVP's lineup. They will not have the best early game. Their lanes will be relatively weak in their safe lane. And I guess off lane and mid lane will be okay. But definitely their safe lane, if we see PokerFace go try and really tie the shut it down, and that could be a bad situation for PokerFace. You want to get that early farm on Clinks. You need to get that Orchid up as fast as possible so you can just start going around and shut down enemy teams.
Oh, we got a Slark as 5th.
Okay, Slark. I like it. That's another hero I think can deal decently with the Silencer. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've gotten through the picks and bans, and this will be the last match of the night. So whoever wins gets that nice 5K cash in their pockets.
Yeah, and the snowball begins. If they can win again next week, they get a little bit extra.
Exactly. It'll add up over time. But if they lose, then the extra money is reset. All right, it's late here, but it's time for the last match. It's here, the KDL PokerFace versus MVP Phoenix. My name is Whiplash. I'm casting with Moonblade. We're here at the KDL Studios live. Let's get into the match. As soon as we're good to go.
As soon as we're good to go. He needs to clean his keyboard. Something on it. Something nasty.
Get those hairs out of there.
Dude, I don't know if that was hair, man. It looked like it stuck to his fingers a bit.
All right, well, generally the camera pans signify that we're about to go in the game. This may be the one.
This may be it.
This could be the one.
Could it be it?
Well, is it?
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, it is.
This is the one. The Koreans, they started yelling. Everyone's clapping.
Everyone's keen.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, finally into the match. Once again, this is the Tier 1 match, best of 3, Game 3, tied up 1-1 between MVP Phoenix and PokerFace. My name is Whiplash. I'm casting with Moonglade. If you've been enjoying the casting or want to give us a little bit of critiques, you can message or follow us. I am at Whiplash on Twitter.
And I am at MoongladeAU.
So we love Twitter followers. So go ahead, add us if you want to.
I love them so much.
I love them so much as well, man.
Yeah, they're the best.
I think I love them more than you, though.
Maybe you do. You know, that's okay. That's all right.
You have a lot more than me, though. Right.
Invading Radiant Jungle once again.
Indeed.
Looking for a pick.
They're putting up a few wards as well. I think that ward will block the hard camp. Okay, that one will certainly block some camps as well. Oh ho ho, March. Doing a little bit of scouting with a skeleton walk early on. And then dropping the observer ward on the floor. Alright, so we'll get a good idea of how these lanes plan on and flushing out over the next few seconds.
Everyone's still kind of sticking together for now.
Indeed. They're definitely aware of something or afraid of something.
Slot kind of running in. This could be trouble.
Leaps away. Don't dodge the second attack. Okay, so Silencer's headed to the top. Oh, no. He fooled me. I think he even fooled himself.
He is juking everyone.
Uh-oh. There's a disruption onto Ryzen. And, uh-oh, this could be first blood. Do they have the pounce to finish him off? No, they don't even need the pounce. The right clicks are more than enough, so first blood goes to Cynical on PokerFace. Ryzen giving it up.
Kind of just, yeah, running into the jungle, face checking up a ramp, into death.
A little too ambitious.
Yeah. A little too confident with that double damage room, I think.
Yeah. Well, we'll see MP on the puck once again. He played it beautifully in Game 1. And he also played it beautifully in the first match against Zephyr.
Yeah, he did. He really turned it around in those games.
Well, Ryzen will just do a bit of jungling with the Enchantress. Actually, that Observer Ward didn't block anything? What?
Interesting.
Okay. That is a bit odd. I mean, I guess PokerFace has blocked the other cans. That could have actually just been a mistake.
I guess because it's behind a tree. Does that actually... Yeah, it's really weird.
I think it may actually be slightly out of the radius to block it. Oh, Febby.
Febby taking some damage.
Yeah, just a little bit. He's A-okay, though. I don't anticipate any early kills in the top lane, unless Febby gets really over-aggressive.
Yeah.
JYU, this will be an off-lane Doom. We do see this from time to time. Oh, but we have our first smoke gank, potentially. Well, as I say that, we have two smoke ganks happening at once, so JYU, they're looking to drive him behind the tower. They have the creeps to pull it off. One of them will die, but they have the net from the troll.
Oh,
and so
waiting.
All right, JYU, can they've actually brought him down to about half health. Okay, there's the scorched earth, but the net's keeping him in place, and I think he's going to go down. Yep, there he goes. Meanwhile, top lane looks like there is an attempted gank on the center, but he's okay. He survives just fine. So MVP tying it up 1-1 with a successful smoke gank from Ryzen. And looks like March will get a pretty easy lane at this point.
Definitely. I can't imagine an easier lane, a Clinks versus a Doom with some support. Very easy to control. But then again, at top, Slark is quite an easy lane too, I feel.
Yep.
So you might be seeing some potential gank. Shadow Demon looking for that.
There's an Observer Ward from Phoenix in a good location.
Yeah.
So okay. Looks like Kyo will be doing a bit of bottle crowing. They have upgraded that courier to the flying form. Also, Kyo starts out with the Null Talisman build. So just wants a little bit of extra damage and survivability at the early stages. We do see a lot of intelligence heroes opt for that item early on. Yeah, besides the 2 early ganks, you know, relatively lax early game.
Very lax, very safe. This is the important game after all.
Indeed.
Can't be dropping this one.
These teams do not want to mess anything up. Oh, Forev's actually already picked up his Tranquil Boots, so that's pretty darn good. I don't even know if they can gank him at this point. He just may be too tanky. Doom not having a great time in this bottom lane. He's only secured 6 skills. A little bit of disruption, Soul Catcher combo onto the Centaur, but not even really making a dent in his health.
Doom taking more damage from Clinks. Really having to like hug that tower more than anything else.
Look at Ryzen.
Just waiting for another chance.
He has the mana burn Sator creep as well. Ooh, oh, Doom. You are in a scary location. All right, bottom lane. They're going to use the Scorched Earth, but okay. March is going to run on him. They're diving the tower, and okay, it's a Purge, not the mana burn. So they slow him down long enough, and they're going to get him. Heen securing the kill. There's a TPN from Febby, and he jumps in on Heen. Wow. But they saying, you know what, we're just going to fight you, and all of a sudden Febby tries to juke around the trees. In comes Cynical as well. Fiend MVP, they know it's time to leave, and they run away. I don't think PokerFace can actually do this chase all on. As I say that, March, he's in a lot of trouble. They get the jump on the Heen, and he will fall. So MP coming in at a very good time to get themselves a kill and at least making a somewhat even trade.
다이어의 상부 포탑이 공격받고 있습니다.
Smoke again on the Enchantress. Might be looking for another smoke gank any second now.
Yep.
Doom trying to get a kill, trying to get something from that lane. But
he's doing what he can, Moonglade.
What he can, but Clinks is just kicking his ass.
It's 0-2, and like it's the rotations from Ryzen that are making this possible as well.
Absolutely.
Smokings have been totally worth it. All right, well, Stormstrider with the double damage rune. He is looking to get very aggressive. Yeah, this is level 6 as well. Forev needs to be careful. Okay, they're going to disrupt Soul Catcher as well. There's the jump stomp. Try to buy him some time, but he's still on the latch and double edges himself and Febby to try to at least do some damage back, but they still get the kill.
레디언트의 상부 포탑이 공격받고 있습니다.
Oh, going in on
middle lane. Gyo, he has to zip away. And MP, he was thinking about it, and then he backs off at the last second. It's like they looked at each other, and then Kyo's like, see ya.
Yeah, never mind.
Just runs away. And Puck up to about 1,100 gold, so that Blink Dagger well on its way. Well, we've seen Centaur max out as double edge first. Ryzen, right on time, he has a third smoke gank. We'll see if he can get another kill. This time, Dazzle seems to be the culprit. But can he buy the time that he needs with the Shallow Grave? That's the question.
I guess it's going to depend how far he goes out. How far is he willing to go?
Okay, there's the dive. And in comes the net as well. Oh, there's the silence follow-up. And Cynical, he's trying to buy time. But, with the heal! And the disruption follow-up. Soul Catcher now hitting Heen is enough. Oh, they got him! Heen gets PokerFace's Cynical thanks to the silence.
Got a Puck.
Uh-oh, Puck, though, coming in as well. I think he may get March. No. He's able to skeleton walk away, and he'll be okay. Teleport away from Heen. He can get away before any type of disruption. And
he picks up a regeneration rune. Oh, my God. Perfect.
What else could you ask for?
That was perfect.
I also want to point out that we're seeing March. He's not doing the insanely fast rush for the Orchid build. He got his power treads first, and then he's moving into that item. He'll grab the tier 1 tower mid lane. MP, he's got the silence on QO, but decides to just back away.
Not enough mana, not enough health.
Orbs away at the last second.
And I guess the Clinks wanted the treads first because he's just applying so much pressure on this bottom lane, like really dominating.
That's a good point you bring up, Moonglade. He is tower diving a lot, but every tower dive, like clockwork, they've gotten a kill.
Yeah.
And this mid tower does look to fall as well. They're going to activate the glyph. And there's a few teleports, but I think it'll be just a little bit too late. Kyo zips away. Borev as well, he's around. Getting cut though in the disruption. There's your Stampede as well. Fabi could be in a bit of trouble. He goes ahead, uses his ultimate, and they get the Dazzle before he can use any type of abilities. Now chasing away Fabi with the Centaur combo. And PokerFace just backs off. Well, March.
Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking with those TPs, especially when they see the tour, the two creeps.
They needed the teleports to come like a second faster.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that would have actually changed a lot in that fight if they came in just a little bit faster.
A little bit faster. They could actually do something instead of just getting stunned, essentially.
Indeed. All right, well, Forev, he's in the top lane, farming up a little bit, and he got a, got a little shield, stout shield, as well as a magic stick, and the blink dagger is the next item on the menu for him. Puck as well. But Phoenix, they certainly got a little bit more momentum in Glade.
They're definitely doing a bit better this time. Definitely getting ahead in the early game. Really controlling the runes, really controlling bottom.
March, he does not have enough for Skeleton Walk. Oh, okay.
Oh.
They reveal the dust. March needs to get out of there. This is dangerous. Okay, never mind. They're going to just go in. QO, he does a little spotting, and look at that. 2 wards placed next to each other. QO is just going crazy, man. In and out, but there's the Doom onto March. This may spell his Doom, but there's the Stampede. They get him out of there in time. He'll be healed up, and all of a sudden, they get Dazzle. QO, he's jumping in. He'll get Sky from the look of things, but MP could end this kill. All right, he breaks the coil, but I don't know if he can escape out of this one. One charge in 3, 2, no! Not fast enough, down he goes. So it's a trade, 2 for 1. 2 supports for QO.
Is that worth it?
Yeah.
Feels kind of even. Bit of an even trade. Losing QO.
You know, I'd say it's more even because they dropped 2 Sentry Wards right next to each other.
Yeah.
That was a little silly. And on the back end of the fight, Centaur, he got a little bit of space and just farmed up that Blink Dagger, which means he will be
make a huge difference in the next team fight.
Now there's that much more initiation on MVP Phoenix's side. You're going to have Clinks coming out of right field from the Skeleton Walk. Yeah. You have Storm Spirit zipping in from anywhere on the map. And then you got Centaur blinking in and the silence behind it. It's just going to be very hard for PokerFace to deal with this if any team fights come around.
Oh, yeah. You are absolutely right. It's just got so much harder.
And Doom, look at how far behind he's on his farm. I know he was in the off lane, but just not the best position to be in.
Sharing a jungle now. Slark and Doom. MVP looking so strong right now. And they might be looking for another engagement. We got Storm Spirit rotating top perhaps. Yeah. Centaur kind of like baiting it out. Enchantress coming out with his groups.
Forev blinks away. He's well, okay, there's Silencer using his ultimate, buying time for QO to just tear apart Shadow Demon before he can do anything. There's the Dream Coil. It's broken by QO using the ultimate, but Centaur still kept in play. Cynical uses the Shallow Grave, tries to keep himself alive. Now there's a silence on QO, but jumping forward, they get the Dazzle. And now the rest of PokerFace are joining in, but still no deaths quite yet. QO maybe the next target, though. Oh, he spotted. There's the Doom as well. Illusionary Orb to finish the job. So QO, just a little too aggressive.
Just a little too deep. Definitely went the wrong way.
I think this is QO's strength and his weakness.
Yeah. It's good when he's got mana and health and some teammates to back him up, but in that position, it's just kind of suicide.
Maybe he needs to watch a little bit of Blitz Storm.
Yeah.
I think Blitz knows exactly when to go in and get out.
Yeah.
He can walk that razor's edge.
Yeah. I guess it takes a lot of experience to
absolutely
get a mastery of that.
No, maybe that's the next mid hero I should learn well. Storm Spirit.
Maybe. That's a fun hero.
Fits my style. I love being very mobile, and I like to gank people a lot and do a bit of carrying.
Yeah. No. I've given him a go. He's kind of tricky to get into the rhythm of.
Yeah, I think you have to play him a lot to know your limits with him and when you can really push them. All right, like something like this. Okay, QO. He grabs JYU. There's a stomp follow-up in the net and in the hoop. Whoa. There's a Midas on the silencer.
Nice. I like that. We got like a silencer carry going on.
This is like 2 patches ago where every single support was just, they were rushing the Midas. They were going Midas boys all day long.
I like it. I think it's a great idea.
Well, I mean, at least he'll be able to easily support throughout the rest of the game.
Yeah. I mean, getting there is the tricky part.
Indeed. There's a dust from PokerFace. QO looks to be the target. He can zip out of there if he spots anybody, but he has to be careful. He still does not have his Orchid. The Clinks has it online. QO is going to be surrounded by all sides. Silence leaped on as well. Illusionary Orb dead.
Completely shut down. That's 5 mid. Are they going to make something of it? Looks like they might be pushing this tier 1. And I think they might get it.
There's nobody to really, I think, pick off on Clinks' end. Still PokerFace. They're playing it safe. They back off.
That blink stomp initiation is just too scary, I think.
Yeah.
You need to really pick that guy off.
And this double damage rune plus the searing arrows from Clinks, I mean, he'll just tear through anybody in like 2 or 3 attacks. Well, Storm will be back online in a second or two. A little bit of dewarding from Heen as well. Yeah, but you know what? Besides the Blink Dagger and the Orchid for MVP, no real items yet for them. I think QO's died a few too many times, and his items are severely delayed at this point. I think he just needs to farm up, get that Orchid, get back into this game.
Yeah. Yeah, it's about time. Long overdue, I think.
Regardless, Phoenix are still leading. It's 9-6 at the 15-minute mark, with Phoenix leading and another smoke from PokerFace. We'll have to see what their plans and intentions are. They are heading towards the mid lane. We'll see if they run south of the river or just go straight on ahead.
Yeah, and it looks like they... Yeah. There's, everyone's bottom. It looks like they might be rotating bottom.
Febby. The rest of his team is nearby. Okay, so who's going to get silenced? March, though. Oh, this is very bad. They're going to get a Doom on him. No, Demonic Purge. There's the Doom follow-up leap as well. Oh, March, I'm sorry, man. You just did not see that coming. And now we have a hasted puck heading towards the top lane. QO looking to hide in the trees. Okay, very nice Dream Coil silence on 2 of them. Illusionary Orb as well. He uses the silence, but the Dream Coil connects, and Febby will finish off Heen. They're now moving into Ryzen. There's a leap, it latches, and Puck gets killed off by Ryzen. So the Impetus finishes the job, but not before he goes down. QO will teleport away after a disruption from the look of things.
2 for 3?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess it was a 2 for 2 with Clinks dying a little bit earlier. It's not too bad. Definitely kind of such a close game once again. PokerFace not very far behind at all. Though kind of getting behind in gold.
Yeah. The difference though is that I don't know. I think they're a lot more even late game this time around.
Yeah.
They actually, if I look at Phoenix, they potentially have 5 cores late game, especially with this silencer picking up a Midas. If this goes to like the 50-60 minute mark,
yeah,
we'll see the Enchantress.
Pretty stacked.
Yeah,
absolutely.
We'll see Enchantress with a bit of farm. We'll see Silencer with some farm. He can actually dish out a little bit of right click. And PokerFace though, they have the Slark and Doom and Puck as their cores. And while the Slark and Doom I think are pretty darn heavy carries, I guess you could say the same for the Storm Spirit and to a decent extent the Clinks as well.
Yeah, I agree completely. Yeah. Definitely PokerFace with the more mid-game heavy lineup, less late game. They really have to start making something happen there. If they want to let it go late again, I mean, like, there's no Naga to rescue them this time.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, even this Doom won't be a Radiance holder. But he has finally picked up a mechanism, so that will give them a little bit of extra healing burst in these team fights. So not having to just rely on the Dazzle to get things done for healing and survivability. And also a mech picked up by the Centaur. Good pickup. I guess the Silencer could have picked it up, but I guess Centaur planned on grabbing it a little bit faster.
Yeah. PokerFace rotating middle. Looking for something.
I don't think they'll really find much.
Team farming jungle, as you do.
Yeah, it's become a much more passive game at this point. The teams are relatively even.
Yeah.
Looking pretty darn close. But still, definitely a lull in the action.
Both teams playing so very careful at this point. No towers have gone down at all for MVP yet.
Okay, well, we have Assange for Slark. Oh, Blink Dagger for Klinks.
Blink Dagger.
This is like, let me think. I think it's like Eternal Envy that does this, or Sing Sing. Somebody does this. It's escaping me who exactly does it. I think it's Eternal Envy. And
I guess it makes for better initiations, especially with Orchid.
It's great for chasing down people because you throw down the Orchid and you generally have almost enough damage to right-click from the death, and the Blink Dagger just secures the kill, and it gives you a little bit of extra survivability as well. Oh, man. That ward just barely out of range. But Mark, she blinks forward and gets the silence on Sky. The Orchid, no! The mech heal keeps him alive, but in comes QO, and this is going to be a big turnaround. They get the Doom on QO. Centaur Stampede, they try to buy him a little bit of time. The rest of MBB, they're joining the fight as well. The Courier even in the action as well. And Ryzen, he's going to be the target, decides to just teleport away. And he gets it. Now Forev, he gets the double edge after the stomp to finish off Dazzle. But he still falls. And he's going to try the run away. Teleport's in a good location. There's the jump. And they get him.
Just enough damage.
Level death to finish the job. Well, so MVP, that's still, I think, a 3 for 2.
3 for 2.
And they lost 2 of their cores for 2 supports. Not the best trade.
Not at all. And PokerFace takes 1 step forward. Slowly crawling back.
1 step closer to the edge.
Yeah.
And they're about to break. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Got him with the Orchid. Very nice. There was no survival from the mech that time around.
No way.
Oh, QO gets the silence. Onto Febby. He's going to drag him back as well. And the impetus from Ryzen. They'll finish the job. They end the kill streak as well. That's 692 gold to Ryzen. He will be dishing out some serious damage in the late game. Oh, and Puck. Illusionary Orb forward. Silence. Foreb does a bit of blinkage as well, but cancels the stun. And March just right-clicking this tower down. Forces out the glyph, but... Alright, the tower will fall, but MVP will back off because they did get the negative weave armor on them.
That's right.
Oh, Slark even using the buyback. He is afraid.
Wow.
I don't know about that buyback.
Yeah,
I think that was
that
unnecessary.
Seemed pretty damn unnecessary.
Oh, look at this. Very smart positioning from Phoenix. They are smoked up in a scary location. Febby, if he is spotted by the Storm Spirit, or if anybody is. Okay, there's the blink. Stomp. It's going to connect. Double edge as well. Oh, but Febby, he does the Shadow Dance at the perfect time. Still not enough to save Dazzle as he gets silenced, and the Doom will hit QO, so he's not going to be available in this fight. March caught in the Illusionary Orb as well as the Dream Coil, and he will end up dying. But Febby, so low on health, it looks like he just may barely survive. And MP silenced for the time being. Sky running away from the big Centaur, but it'll only take a connecting stomp and double edge to finish the job. I think Forev thinks better of it and will back off.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, but Febby's nearby, latches on the Heen, and yeah, Heen is dead. Silence follow-up. MVP may actually lose everybody, but oh no, JYU blinks to the high ground. And that means that Centaur will survive. 1 second on the mech, uses it, gets a little bit of healing. Oh, he TPs, and then he cancels it at the last second. That is a big mistake. Now he dies, even laughing about it. And that is 4 dead on Phoenix once again.
Definitely overstayed their welcome. And looks like they're going to get a Roshan off this.
The ever-swinging Pendulum Moonglade.
Forever swinging.
It's just back and
I have
forth.
no idea what's going on, who's going to win.
And I really liked MVP's idea. They had everybody smoked on the high ground between the Tier 1 and Tier 2 towers.
It was a great idea, but you know, PokerFace was kind of still all huddling together.
Shadow Dance. The Shadow Dance was off because after the stun, we got to see Slark, his Q ability. It went off right after the stun hit, so he wasn't stunned for as long, and that was enough time to Shadow Dance out of there.
Right.
It was very, very good, like close movements.
And they don't end up picking up Roshan.
Well, they back away.
Almost dead Roshan, but got
Well,
afraid.
you know, MVP are going to steal it. Are you serious?
Oh my god.
I think, yeah, I think they're going to go for it.
I think so. And they're really out of position to stop it.
Oh man, they have to do this quick. MVP, you are on a ticking time bomb of 3 seconds. All right, and into the pit. Storm Spirit, though, it will pick up the Aegis. And MP, well, I don't think he's getting out of this one. There's the Doom onto QO, but he still has the Aegis, don't forget. And this is the hero that wants to be at full health and mana. When he comes back, the Stomp, it does not connect. And there's the ultimate from Heen. He does get the silence out. QO now leaping forward. Who's he going to get? He's silenced now by MP. Low on health, he dies again. What a waste of an Aegis, and what a turnaround from PokerFace.
Just beautiful, beautiful play by Puck once again.
Dude, Heen is like a magnet. He is a magnet for Febby. Every single leap is latched onto him, and every time that happens, he dies.
Wow.
Phoenix losing 3 plus the Aegis.
Yeah, and PokerFace turn it around again.
You know what? I think, though, part of this is PokerFace. They're handling these team fights a lot better.
They definitely approach it a better way. And their Puck is always I feel like Puck is always carrying them to an extent. They're just doing so well with Puck.
Yeah?
They really have to ban it against this team.
Puck's making the big plays, that's for damn sure.
MP. Remember that name.
MP. You know what? Karn actually used to joke with me that owning MP in the mid lane was his full-time job because they'd always play each other in pubs or like, you know, private lobbies, and he'd always own him.
Oh, really?
And, I guess he's improved a lot since then.
Yeah, all that training with Khan has paid off.
All right, we have a dust from PokerFace. We'll see where they decide to head off to, Moonglade.
Slark kind of jumping ahead and missing out on the smoke, but yeah, it's like it's going to be a 4-man gang squad. Heading kind of middle. It's like
they're looking through their jungle. They won't find anybody, though. Everybody on Phoenix is, well, on the other jungle. Yeah. Their jungle.
Everyone playing jungles. Looks like there's do some safety farming for now. Keep it cool. Regroup.
Enchantress doing her best to get that Agnum Scepter. Just makes that ultimate so much better. There's like so many good items on Enchantress, I feel.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like late game, you can actually build her into a DPS machine. You get like a Mask of Madness after your Agnum Scepter.
Oh yeah?
All of a sudden, you become a very dangerous machine, kind of like Klink's with the Strathe up. All right, well, PokerFace. It looks like they'll just get this tier 1 tower pretty easily. And Klink's from behind.
DD Klinks.
Yeah. And DD Klings with 3K gold in the bank.
Wow. What's he waiting to buy?
I would assume it's going to be a Daedalus.
Doom really get out of position.
All right, Storm is going to jump in. There's the silence. I actually just wrecked Puck. And look at this. Oh, Febby was so close to dying to March, but the silence wore off, and then he ended up kind of doing a bit of a trade, but the impetus hits, doing a lot of damage to Slark. He will barely escape. And QO, he's A-OK. They get Doom. So that's a 2-for-1 trade. Definitely better for Phoenix. Okay. Black King Bar. That's actually an item I'm a lot happier with.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, at this point in the game, you need the BKB to deal with all the damage and silence.
Yeah,
silence from PokerFace.
Negate that Puck a little bit more. And of course, Doom.
Yes. All right. Well, we do have Slark probably working into a Black King Bar as well. The same can be said for Storm Spirit. Everybody just wants to get their survivability online. Even Doom is like, you know what? I'll get a BKB as well. I want to join the club. Shadow Demon still relatively poor. Same with Dazzle. They have not accomplished too much item-wise this game, but they have still, regardless, been a core part of their team. PokerFace. All right, there's the stomp, and MVP, will they get the deny? Yes, they get it. Oh, the jump was really close onto March now. Febby will be silenced. There's a lot of members nearby. He is brought down to about half health. There's a lot of healing to keep him online. And the Shadow Dance will just bring him way back up to full health.
Slark wants to go balls deep. He's really Really looking for something here.
Look at that. Once again, the magnet. It's real. On the stomp, it does not save Heen's life, unfortunately. There's a jump from Kyo on the sky. He's trying to zip around before the Doom can go off. Out of mana, though. And Ryzen hit with the latch. He's low on health. Will barely survive the engagement, but with Ryzen down, PokerFace, they're able to get the tier 2 tower, and Phoenix will be forced to defend on the high ground. There is buyback available for...
Such aggressive play by Slock.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's at a point where he can be very aggressive. He has the durability and survivability from Sanj and Yasha. I mean, basically, this hero is built to survive. He actually, if you look at his stats, he has a higher strength gain than agility gain.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. 48 to, I think, 44. He's a deceptively tanky hero.
Yeah, I must say, and he always has the escape. The escapes.
He has the escape, the initiation. Actually, like, all of his active abilities are technically escapes.
Essentially. Yeah.
So if one doesn't work, well, you got 2 more to use. It's all good.
Tomato creep, clearing some wards.
Oh, even Klinks has picked up the gem. So they're just looking to do a bit of dewarding. Trying to find some way of swinging the, I guess, momentum into their favor. The problem, though, for MVP is this Slark is just going to get a little bit too big. In the later stages, and will be very hard to take down, especially with this Dazzle nearby. And all the other heroes that are just, you know, creating so many issues for the rest of Phoenix.
Silencing, stunning, disrupting. You name it, they got it.
Exactly.
It looks like we're going to see a fight for this tier 2.
All right, there's the silence on the Febby, but is it enough? There's the silence on both ends. Now the BKB is out. Centaur using the ultimate. They're moving in on 4F, but he's just a little bit too tanky. They'll keep him alive. No, wait, he's turning around, and I don't understand that, but Klinks from the backside looks like he was able to pick off Shadow Demon. Now stuck in Illusionary Orb, as well as the Dream Coil to get the kill. Doom picking up the gem. So Phoenix, they lose 2 cores to 2 supports. This seems to be...
It seems to be the trend.
Yeah, it's the trend, the theme of the game, and I have to say, Moonglit, I think PokerFace have picked up a very large lead at this point, and this is actually becoming very bad for Phoenix.
Absolutely, but Slock
Oh,
here.
and as I say that, they will get Febby. All right, so ending a kill streak.
Yeah.
That's good. At least they got Febby. That evens up things a little bit more, but they still lost the gem, and the Klinks died.
Yeah. So it's going to make it a lot harder for Klinks in the future to run around as freely.
Who cares if the supports die? Doesn't matter.
They're meant to die.
Yes. Their job is to be sacrificial lambs in this.
They're meant to do their disables and then become meat shields, essentially.
You throw out your spells, and that's the most you can really hope for.
Yeah. MVP staying top for a very long time. Perhaps like a little too long. PokerFace back.
Okay, well, there's the BKB for Storm Spirit. And Kyo, let's face it, he needed that item.
He really needed that item.
It's going to allow him to be a little bit more cocky in these team fights, I suppose.
Yeah.
That is what he likes to do. He likes to just zip in there and start tearing people to pieces. And a standard 32-minute Tranquil Boots on the Shadow Demon.
You know how you need it.
Yeah, man.
It's standard 32.
Ooh, haste rune as well for the Storm Spirit. The thing is, PokerFace, they've done a really good job at kind of sticking together. I mean, if you look at Phoenix, they have a lineup where you want to find people to pick off alone with the Klinks, with the Storm Spirit, even Centaur. And, I mean, these are the heroes that you look at and say, okay, can I find somebody alone? If yes, they're dead. But that is not the case for PokerFace. They've done a good job at just really being a tight-knit team. And now we have the Agnum Scepter on our Enchantress.
Yeah. Finally.
Yeah.
And they're really posturing up to take on top again. Looks like we're going to see a repeat fight.
Well, it is the final Tier 2 tower, so I can understand them wanting to take it.
Yeah.
It's a somewhat of a hard tower to actually kill. And also, we do see Klinks working into that Daedalus, slowly but surely. I'll actually get it. That was destroyed just by the creeps, actually.
Oh, yeah? He just pushed it up enough. Small gold lead, I think, comparatively to last game.
Yeah,
7,000.
Yeah, 7,000 or so. All right, we may have a big engagement happening soon. All right, look at that. Excellent weave. It's going to hit all of PokerFace, and out comes the centaur stop. Can they finish off QO in time? Yes, they can. They get him. Ryzen could be next. Down he goes. They're the cores from PokerFace. They are just big and in your face. Teleports away from the rest of MVP, but Forev will not be as lucky. Down he goes. 3 members dead on Phoenix. Roshan's back, and that means that we will have the Aegis, and I think the first Roshan kill for PokerFace if they want to grab him.
Yeah, it looks like they're checking now. Looks like they might as well just take it. And that was a 3 for nothing. Such a good engagement.
Yeah. Roshan, Phoenix can't contest that at this point. Maybe this Klinks can like try to steal it, but that is so darn risky, and I believe that there's a gem on somebody here still. It was on the Doom.
Yeah.
Let's see who it's on now. I don't think they would remove it because of the Klinks. Klinks doesn't even go near there.
Yeah, Slug picks up the Aegis.
Indeed.
Looks like they're going to push the bottom. Time to get rid of that tier 1.
Yeah, it is about time.
It's about time.
Yeah, Slug's really starting to hit his stride at this point. I want to see like a basher from him next. Into an Abyssal Blade.
Oh, yeah.
That would be my next pickup from him. Klinks has got a good amount of gold. I think he'll pick up at least the Chrysalis soon. A little bit of extra crit power available to him. Klink's just looking for a pickoff, but I mean, once again, Andy, PokerFace, they've been just sticking together the entire time.
Yeah. It's worked wonders for them, especially if they can get the initiation.
Yeah. They kind of have to, I feel.
Yeah. They really got to jump on this. Especially the Silencer.
Yeah, just there's so many dangerous heroes that...
Silencer or the Centaur, I mean, both are just such a pain to deal with if they get jumped on.
Oh, look at this. MVP, they may have just pushed the mid lane or even top.
Yeah.
They're okay with losing this tier 2. All right, there's some rotations from PokerFace. Forev, if he was able to do his stomp and interrupt, that would have been amazing. And March on the high ground, he's going to get cheaped. Silenced as well, caught in the Dream Coil and under a tower. There's the BKB. Doom though. Doom will finish the job. Indeed it does. And stuck in the disruption is QO. He has the BKB, tries the TP away. Oh my gosh, there's too much DPS, and Phoenix lose 2 cores. That may actually be game.
That might be. They're going to push down middle.
And if it's not game, then it's probably a tier 3. We may have to see some buybacks from Phoenix. That was like worst case scenario for them. They did not want that trade or engagement.
Absolutely.
Man.
And they're barreling down middle.
Now the creeps are dead.
30 seconds left on both.
Look at that.
Storm Spirit and Klinks.
All right, PokerFace, they're just going to go ahead and start knocking down the tier 3 Sheep on Heen. And no follow-up. He doesn't have his ultimate for another 70 seconds. So the tier 3 is down, and yep, that's going to be Barracks. I don't think that Phoenix can even contest this.
No way.
And PokerFace, they may get a second tower. I think they'll just back off afterwards and play it safe. And well, they don't even get the ranged Barracks. They're just completely content with getting the melee.
Yeah. It looks like they're gonna wait in the jungle, wait in the woods, see if they can pick anyone.
It's a good tactic that you kind of pretend to back off, and then you're like, well, I'm actually in your jungle, and if you want to do a bit of farming,
yeah, absolutely.
You're gonna just get picked off. That seems to be the case so far.
MVP I think they kind of understand this might be a risk to move out. Get rid of a ward at top. And now they decide to move on.
All right, well, March continuing to do a bit of a push in the top lane. He has picked up the Chrysalis, and I believe if he does a bit more farming, he'll have enough for a buyback if he doesn't already have it. It's just becoming a bit of a standoff situation for Phoenix. It's going to be really hard for them to get a good team fight. I think that they may have to try to hold their ground on the tier 3 once again.
Yeah.
The problem is this Slark. He's on his way potentially to his Scotty. I think that's the next item for him, unless he wants to be really tanky and get a Lincoln Sphere. Already has the Black King bar, though, and there's not too many single target spells that you have to worry about. It's really just the BKB that comes in play.
Klinks gets an Invis-Rune.
Doubly invisible.
Yeah, twice invisible. You need 2 gems of true sight to actually see that.
So yeah, you need like 2 of them like kind of fit into glasses.
Yeah, you actually need to make glasses out of the gems.
It becomes like a new recipe in the game.
Oh yeah. Just to deal with the runed up Klinks.
The double invisibility. Add Shadow Blade on that and got a triple invisibility all of a sudden.
Then it just gets disgusting, man.
Yeah.
That's just not fair.
Yeah, there's the Scotty. I have Scotty for Slark. So he just became a lot more tanky, dishing out more damage, and I don't think he'll die anymore.
No, unless he gets completely shut down, stunned, and he can't use his...
I mean, he has 13 armor, he has his ultimate, and
yeah, he's...
like a lot of health. It's just, he's really darn tanky at this point. The BKB, Aegis will be reclaimed in about 1 minute.
Are they going to try and use it?
I don't think I don't think Phoenix will defend.
No, it doesn't look like it.
I don't think they can defend, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. It's going to be a free tier 2.
Yeah, a little freebie.
Klink's going to attempt to push the tier 3 again, up top.
And there's the Assault Cuirass on Doom. So even more tankability of the PokerFace.
Nice. Great item. And a free Tomato Demon.
Phoenix, I'm really not sure if they can pull this one through. Barring like a perfect team fight, and then getting like a tower, like a barracks or 2 immediately after. I'm not sure if
they're really gonna have to find a way
to
to really shift the momentum. They're really gonna have to, get at least a few good team fights, I think, to really change this.
Klinks has done a good job at keeping this top lane pushed, but they don't really have a rat-centric lineup. That's the thing.
Yeah.
They can't, constantly push these lanes. They can't, trade illusions for towers. They're gonna have to eventually team fight.
That's right.
They're taking their damn time. 22-28, PokerFace in the lead over Phoenix as we approach 41 minutes, 30 seconds or so. Still, I mean, PokerFace, they have the advantage. It's not a huge advantage, but it's definitely one where if they keep things where they're at, they'll eventually win, I feel.
Yeah, it really does seem that way. It feels like it's, if they can just keep trading effectively, don't throw any team fights, don't throw the Slark away at all, they'll definitely secure it.
Yeah. The Slark's already accumulated like 3,000 gold. Storm Spirit could definitely use a few more items. He needs like a sheep stick available to him. I think more Disable is really what Phoenix can go for right now. Disable and damage. They get those 2 things under lock, and maybe they'll be able to turn this one around. They have a short timing window where everyone's silenced on the enemy team. They need to make the most of it.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like if they can just shut down that Slark, DPS down the Slark while everyone's silenced, the rest of it will kind of fall fairly easily. Slark seems to be like the real pillar.
I think Doom's still a big issue, but yeah, getting the Slark is the first, I guess,
first
piece
step.
of the first step, the first piece of the puzzle, so to speak. And now there's a Basher on the Slark as well to give him even more damage, more annoyance, and just allow him to kind of carry this game out of control.
He's going to bait out, kill this tier 2. Like they aren't going to stop him
Puck with the Ghost Scepter. And he'll be very, very tanky, able to survive a lot. Oh, look at this, though. We have a bit of action back at PokerFace's main base. They are teleporting home. It seems like Phoenix are totally content with just poking and prodding at the enemy base where they can. And Centaur is the... Well, never mind. I take that back. He's bottom lane with the silencer.
Klink's just trying his best to play some Rat Dota.
Yeah. He's farmed up a lot of money, actually. He has a little bit over 4K, which means that Daedalus is, it's basically, it's affordable. And, okay, yeah, he just bought it, and he wanted to make sure he had a good amount of money for buyback as well. That's why he was waiting for so long.
Roshan back in 1 minute 30. And
Getting
wow,
close.
look at that. Almost back to complete even.
Yeah. A little annoying Centaur stopping MP, but not before they take him out. PokerFace even with a bit of an EXP advantage. Uh-oh, QO. You have to get out of here, bro. Okay, very smart. Oh.
Oh, my goodness.
If only the jump, the leap, cancel TPs.
Yeah.
It'll lock you in place, but it won't prevent you from teleporting.
While this is all happening, Klinks finds some space. Oh, does he?
No, I guess not.
Nope.
Febby
comes
this
back.
is my condolences. Oh wow, so there's a tanky item for the Centaur. He picks up a Shiva's Guard, which will actually be very nice against PokerFace because their two main right-clickers, Slark and Doom, they're doing a good amount of damage at this point.
Yeah.
And that'll just
Slowing
slow him
them
down a little bit, yeah.
Very nice.
Chill him off.
Chill him out.
Yeah.
Roshan almost returned. And they're just going to push up middle, maybe make some space, and then go ahead and do it. Or they could even just push the racks.
Uh-oh, no, QO. Very lucky. He was able to get out of there before Silencer doomed. But that's a BKB charge consumed on Doom as well. Roshan's back, though, and PokerFace, I believe it would be time for them to take it. The problem is they need to have someone at home to defend against Klinks.
Absolutely.
He will just tear down that tower.
And it looks like they're going to go for it. And then there's an Abyssal Blade on the Slog.
Oh, man. Slog basically got as big as you want him to. Okay, there's the Glyph. Cynical comes as well to defend. And, oh, Puck. Can he spot? Okay, uses the BKB to get out of the Dream Coil. And here's the problem. 10 seconds left on the Skeleton Walk. There is no Town Portal Scroll on the Klinks. If he gets sheeped in time, all right, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1. There's a silence.
Oh, my goodness.
Is it enough, though? No, it's not. There's the Skeleton Walk, and March will get away. They have also bought enough time to stop the Roshan attempt entirely. MVP.
Wow.
They are just pushing these lanes out. They are buying time and playing this as dirty as possible.
Yeah, that Rat Dota, that Klinks.
It's like the best Rat Dota you can do without any actual pushing heroes.
Yeah, pretty much.
They're just trying to buy time at this point.
Yeah, they're just
If we
looking
go into an all-out battle like 60 minutes in, I would eventually give Phoenix the edge. They need a lot more items still, but well, they're on their way there. I feel like PokerFace, they're really starting to peak at this point.
Yep.
Doom could get a few more items to help him out, but Slark's basically 6 slotted at this point. And Roshan will die once again. PokerFace should grab that Aegis, and they'll also have the cheese as well to help them out.
And now they have the perfect time to push with the Aegis. It looks like they might push right down middle and finally finish off the racks. But at the same time, looks like MVP are going to go for the bottom racks. Oh, sorry, the bottom tower.
Oh, look at that jump. That has a lunge, and then Centaur ultimate to finish the job. There's a gem on the ground. So there can be a gem for Phoenix to pick up. Slark. He was really far into that base.
Yeah, he was really deep.
Now, Kling's continuing to always apply pressure on the top, and he's done a good job at not dying. I have to hand it to him. Oh, but this invisibility rune from Slark, that could be it for Klinks.
He doesn't know where he is there.
He is lucky and Skeleton walked. So Slark will not unsee him, unfortunately, for PokerFace. But yeah, basically, this Slark can't really get much bigger at this point. Heen, I guess he could be working on an Orchid. believe that's, wait, maybe that's a refresher. I think it's a refresher orb on Heen.
Oh, yeah?
He wants to have double silence. This becomes like, I don't even know, like, I have never seen a game where a silencer actually gets a refresher orb.
Yeah, it's very rare, but so strong.
It was either that or it was the Lincoln Sphere for the Storm Spirit. Yeah, I think it may have just been that. I got a little too excited. Oh. It would have been cool, though.
It would have been so cool. I would have loved to see that.
Well, Febby continuing the farm top lane. He'll have a buyback on top of that Aegis, and still at least, you know, a few minutes from expiring.
Yeah. MVP continually kind of like pressure them like in a different way if they start pushing out any lane.
They're just keeping the lanes pushed at this
but
point.
It looks like Clinks might have shown himself a little too soon.
Clinks, you got to get out of here, buddy. All right, away he goes. The Skeleton walking away, but all right, the puck gets him in the Dream Coil. There's the BKB, but here's the problem, March. He has absolutely no TP scroll, and at the same time, he's bought a lot of time for his teammates. They're going to go ahead, potentially get this tower down. All right, they zip and blink out of there, but oh, there we go. Can we get the ultimate on? No, Doom decides to not waste his ulti. Man, MVP are playing such a...
Such a...
What's the word? There's
evasive
word.
Game.
Evasive?
Evasive, base tradey, kind of, well, base trade is probably a StarCraft term, but rat dotery.
I can only imagine how, like, frustrated PokerFace are.
Yeah, I kind of feel like they should just, like, barrel down mid, get rid of that last Rax, and then kind of worry about the other lanes.
Can they throw it? Uh-oh, Heen. He's going to be force-staffed away, but Febby, the BKB, another force-staff to keep Heen alive. I don't know if it's enough. Look at the body blocking from Febby. It's keeping Heen alive, and the puck will finish the job, but Febby, he may be low on health. He uses the ultimate. The Aegis is popped. It's a 1-for-1. Heen buyback. Heen does a buyback, so 2-for-1. Well, 2-for-0, I guess. The Aegis. Febby silence. He's going to leap forward. This time, Heen, though, he's prepared with the force-staff, and the latch will not attach onto Heen. But this does not stop PokerFace from attacking the Tier 3 tower. Out comes the Glyph. There's still no Centaur. The tank on the front lines. In comes Q. Oh, look at the damage he's done, forcing out the Shallow Grave onto Doom. And Febby, he's silenced. Disrupted as well. Oh, that was scary. He almost died.
Yeah.
He's okay, though. A lot of support to keep him online. And the Tier 3 tower is dead. I think the barracks should be next. Yep, one's down, and the other will follow.
And that Doom is so low. Hanging in the back.
I don't think
offering moral support.
Phoenix just can't deal with this.
No, and they should get out, heal up, and do another lane.
Well, they'll have Centaur available soon. The Aegis has been popped, but it's not the ideal situation for Phoenix. They've lost 2 lanes, while PokerFace, they have all of their towers and all of their barracks. Clank's Boots of Travel, I guess he wants the rat.
He wants some next level rat. Oh, and we got a smoke.
Uh-oh, QO.
Okay.
Get out of there, buddy. Okay, he is lucky. Jumps away just in time at Ryzen. Okay, there'll be the Demonic Purge onto Forev. Goes ahead, throws out the Arctic
Armor.
Armor.
Be a little too deep.
All right, Kyo's moving in. There's a silence. And Doom uses the BKB. Now, Dream Coil. It'll get broken by QO. And there's no deaths quite yet on either side. But QO, he's moving forward. Lunges in, lunges out. Gets the Shadow Demon. And now Forev, he's going to lead the charge. Can he force staff forward and actually get a stop? No. He's sheeped. And now he's stuck in the Dream Coil. No, the latch. And Forev, he can't get the stomp on, and he will go down. Ryzen, the next target, force staffed away. Uses the Ghost Scepter, and now Febby, he's going in on Heen. That's another death. At the same time, now look at the cores from MVP. They managed the kill off. The Doom, the Dazzle, they buy back. And QO's out of mana. Now he's doomed. This is not good. With Febby chasing him away, it's only a matter of time. He is stunned, and down goes QO.
And this is looking absolutely horrible for Phoenix. This could be it right now.
This is their last stand. Buyback from QO. But he just doesn't have the mana. Oh, quick blink away from Clanks. And yeah, they're just barreling down the main towers. Now comes the Illusionary Orb. Sheep, stun follow-up. Sorry, March. Well, You're having a little bit of help, but out comes the BKB. MP, he'll end up falling. QO back in the well. But they lose Heen. He buys back, or not Heen. They lose March and he buys back. And he's DPSing a little bit.
They're just going to DPS it down by the looks of it. They're sick of it.
The problem is the throne. The throne, it's about to die, and down it goes.
Wow.
PokerFace, they take the win. They get it in the end with the throne. After a very long back and forth series, PokerFace takes down MVP Phoenix, who was recently considered, I guess until today, the strongest pure Korean team. Wow.
What a win.
What a game. Even Phoenix are a little bit startled by the loss.
We saw it last week. We saw PokerFace playing so well, and here it is again today. But this time they actually come out on top 2-1.
I think this silences all doubts that, well, basically whatever Bird Gang was doing before KDL when they won Season 1, they're back into that kind of form.
Absolutely.
These guys, they're here to play, they're here to win, and they just nabbed themselves $5,000.
Yeah. What a great series. What a long but great series.
Long series, but so much action.
That was
very well
fun.
played. All right, well, looks like we'll do a small interview with PokerFace. So congratulations, very well played, very well fought, very deserving as well.
Absolutely.
In the end, they played better. They drafted better. They were the better team.
They drafted better. Their team fights were so much better.
I can imagine that both teams are pretty exhausted after that series.
Oh, yeah.
That felt like a best of 5, not a best of 3.
Oh, my goodness.
리그 2게임 만에 첫 승. 아, 너무 대단했습니다. 그것도 지난 시즌 1에서 준우승을 거둔 MVP 피닉스를 상대로 아, 정말 시니커 선수 이렇게 밝은 표정
I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. My Korean's not up the stuff to do any translating.
Yeah, I've been here a month. I don't know that much
That's all you have
Korean.
to say.
But obviously, extremely happy from that win. You can just see it in their faces. They like cannot believe it. But they're in such good form right now.
That's very impressive play from PokerFace. Once again, the thing is, MVP they played very well, but at the end of the day, it was just slightly under. A few too many mistakes, a few too many times getting caught out. The drafts may have not been the most ideal at times.
Yeah. Nothing really to do with that Slark when he got to the late
Carry
game.
Slark, man, just too dangerous. I mean, that's the hero. They had him and the Doom. Those are the proper heroes to pick against the Silencer. Maybe if they picked Silence last,
Yeah.
that could have potentially been a better thing that Phoenix could have done.
I agree completely.
긍정적인 리더십의 좋은 예. 대단합니다. 진짜.
Still, good attempt.
근데 저 오늘 경기 보면서 진짜 그 말이 계속 생각났어요. 아니 끝날 때까지 끝난 게 아니구나.
I hope somebody in the chat is translating. At least one person in the chat that's watching should maybe know a little bit of Korean.
언제 어느
So that's my hope, my dream.
Yeah.
오늘 이겼다.
The dream.
언제
The dream.
딱 확신 있으셨나?
I wonder what she's asking.
확신은 없었어요.
아 끝까지.
네.
He seems very embarrassed though.
이긴 두 번째 게임 특히
Cynical is quite the talker, though.
Yeah.
Maybe he will be the new face of PokerFace.
Maybe he's the poker.
But
세 번째 게임은 완전 반대였어요. 우리가 이건 이길 수가 없네라고 하니까 이걸 이기네라고.
I guess Febby is not the one to really talk as much. You know, he is their kind of drafter and leader.
Yeah.
You have to have a face of a team.
Yeah. It's always good to have.
Kind of like the Dendy puppy.
Yeah, the personality for the team.
Exactly.
최선을 다하겠습니다.
오늘처럼.
I would say Ryzen's kind of the personality for MVP.
Yeah.
Even QO to a degree as well.
픽인데 졌어요. 첫 번째랑 세 번째 게임은 준비 안 하고 그냥.
Oh, wow. We are in for a season, Moonblade.
It's going to be a very competitive season. I'm really looking forward to seeing this fourth team, Rave, participate too.
I've been raving all about them.
You've been raving all about Rave, and I can't wait to see Rave play.
Well, it looks like that's pretty much the end of the interview. So congratulations once again to PokerFace for winning the match. That will be pretty much it from us tonight. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Once again, if you enjoyed the cast, you can follow me on Twitter. I'm at YaWhiplash.
And I am at Moonblade AU.
Remember, this Sunday, 2 p.m. Korean Standard Time, Rave versus PokerFace. And then Monkey Spanner versus Noah. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. We will see you guys next time.